Hey, what's up, reefers? Welcome back to another video. Today, you can probably tell from the title at least that we're doing a care video over the Trachyphyllia G. That's the species initial. I don't know how to say it. But real quick before we start today's video, I just wanted to say two things real quick. Is that we haven't done a care video in a while. I'm going to be pumping out a whole series, a 7-part series of care videos of everything that's in this tank. Actually, it's going to be more like 10, including the fish and the carpet net. But all the information I share with y'all on this care video series is all from my personal experiences and all my opinion and all that type of stuff. Just a disclaimer right there. Boom. Okay, so let's get in today's video. Today, so we're doing some Trachyphyllia talk. So that coral is actually, believe it or not, a pretty easy coral to keep. Anybody can keep it. I mean, if you're a new reefer or want something like that, buy it and go to this video for instruction. Really just knowledge. I'm just going to share with you my top 3 tips / advices I would give to any reefer who asks me about, hey, how do I take care of a Trachyphyllia? What do I need to know? That sort of stuff. So real quick, before I tell you, let's just assume you have your tank set up, or you're going to set up your tank. You're going to do so you have a good light to grow LPS, just because a Trachyphyllia is a LPS, large polyp stony, and you do weekly water changes to maintain your levels. Now that's out the way. Let's get into the tips. So tip number 1, placement. Placement is pretty important. Reason why I say that is because if you have your Trachyphyllia up here, the distance from the light is a lot less than obviously from the sand bed, and they don't really need that much light to grow or survive really, so they're gonna die. Basically, just don't put it near the surface because they're gonna die. So most people will recommend, actually everybody will recommend, to put them on your sand bed down there. And that's great. I mean, that's probably what I'd recommend too. But you can also place it on your rockscape, but towards the lower part of the tank. You know, just to, honestly, that's really up to you if you want to do that. But yeah. Okay, moving on. Tip number 2 advice is flow. So flow is what makes them a great all-around coral. The reason why I say that is because they can handle from low flow to high flow. And I'll elaborate on high flow in a second. So low flow, you can have them in a tank where the only flow that's coming from is from the return pump. So like low flow meaning you're just the output of your return pump, filtration pump, whatever it is, that's low flow. They can handle that. They love that actually. They can actually get really big. Moderate flow is where most people keep them at. That's just like, so right now my Trachyphyllia is in moderate flow. I do have flow from here and flow from my my power head over there. You can barely see it, and it's doing just fine, and it's still pretty big. Now high flow, the thing with high flow, you can put a Trachyphyllia in a SPS on a tank that has super high flow, but that's where it goes hand in hand with placement. If you place it towards the inside of the rock where it's not going to get a lot of flow, then you're golden. But if you place it with the SPS up top, not to mention 1, the light is going to get bleached by the light, and 2, the flow will just rip the skin right off, and you know, that's pretty kind of heartbreaking to watch, in all honesty. It really is. So yeah, so just all around great coral because they can withstand all types of flow, but be smart about it in high flow. Any other ways, any other flow types, you're golden. Last but not least is feeding. You're going to want to feed your trach as well. If you didn't know this, Trachyphyllias are, well, all LPS are photosynthetic. So, I mean, you can just, like, you don't have to feed them if you don't want to, but they do benefit, and they seem to get a lot bigger meat-wise in size if you were to supplement their feeding. And I use reefroids because, I mean, a lot of people either use reefroids or something. I don't even know what other people use, but they use reefroids. And that's what I use. And then you may also ask, how often should I feed my trach if I do? Well, that's really up to you. I mean, I try to feed mine once a week, but I haven't fed mine in 3 months. because I've been really lazy. Some people I know feed as often as every day, but again, that's really up to you. And yeah, so those are my top 3 tips / advice for keeping a Trachyphyllia. Let's do a quick recap though. Placement is important. Remember, never the top, only the bottom part of the tank. Bottom part meaning just a little bit up on the rock work or on the sand bed. Flow. All types of flow, that's what's a great all-around coral. Low flow, medium flow, high flow. Remember, high flow, be smart about your placement. So there you go. And feeding, not really necessary, but it does help the coral be much more healthier and quote-unquote fatten it up, and it does help sometimes. But again, your option. And yeah, so that's really it for my care video for my Trachyphyllia, or all Trachyphyllias, I should say, really. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what part you liked, or if you want to add, if you would like to add anything that you think is pretty important, just leave it down in the comment section down below. That's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you are not subscribed, consider subscribing for more content like so, and other types of videos. I do tank updates on the 40 reef. I have some cool stuff coming up for the 14. I got some more projects coming up. My dad has some videos coming out on this channel as well. But yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Happy reefing, reefers. Peace.